It's time to ride in 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Come on, pull up a chair.
Well,
Hello,
I don't know
Braydan.
if we're recording right now.
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, let's play a game.
There are 3 bombs hidden
All
in
right,
your
cool.
room.
In my room. Got it.
In your room.
Okay, do I need clues in order
Actually,
to find these bombs?
wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding. No, you're good. Take your time, Jigsaw. It's okay.
Fuck! Oh, shit!
You okay? Did you not prepare beforehand?
Okay,
Yeah, cool.
so OBS did not have the correct microphone, so they are now hearing the demon voice for the first time.
Oh, that's great.
There are 3 bombs hidden around your room.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I got that.
You have to make progress on the feature film being created by the writer's room.
Oh God. Okay, so we have some stakes. All right, guys. So in today's episode, it looks like I'm going to have to make progress on the beat sheet with Cole or without Cole, or I die and I blow up. And so I know you would probably like to see that on camera, and I mean I couldn't blame you, but I would like to live. So today's episode, we're gonna continue on Act 2. We're gonna finish up this vibe out sequence, and then maybe get into a little bit of table setting, which I'll explain what that is when we get to it, if we get to it today. But at the very least, we're going to try to finish this sequence 2.1 and continue on our journey. Is that does that appease you, Mr. Jigsaw?
Hold on.
All right. Yeah. No, you're good.
I've done a thing. Oh, who am
I didn't know Jigsaw was a fan of South Park, but that's nice to know.
That's me. We'll go a little bit more bearable for your sake.
Okay, so
What am I listening to?
don't worry about it.
I'm going to be very concerned if this is going to stay for an hour.
Maybe not an hour.
All right. Okay. Well,
We're on Act 2. And I'm going to summarize in this voice because I think that's more fun. And
Okay,
then
go for it.
we'll let Cole come back after. Because
all right.
this is a mystery man.
Mystery man.
We don't know
Tell
who
us.
this is.
Okay, sorry. Mystery man, please explain to us what we have going on today, what we have so far in the story, and what we can expect going forward.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So glad you asked.
Kind of forced to, but okay.
So I'm going to go kind of quick for Act 1 because I feel like we've summarized that plenty of times. Now,
Yeah.
I want to change again. In a minute, okay. This is a story about Keanu-y and Flynn Darrow, a Chinese assassin and a cowboy monster hunter. They are on a journey to, they're on 2 different journeys that kind of connect together. Keanu-y is trying to make a life for herself, but that gets faulted by a monster, infection. And Flynn Darrow, aka the Coyote, is, trying to find a new meaning in life. Even though before he found Keanu-y, he was planning to maybe did some not great things to himself. So, where we are at now is after they've kind of discussed the situation that they're in, they have gone to the nearest town, where I will now change to.
This one. So, they've gone to the nearest town where we have introduced, I believe, our second monster. We haven't gotten into the specifics of the first monster that kind of attacked Jinye, but that's something we can come back to later. Sorry, Cole and Braydan can come back to later. So they are now in a town that has, I'm trying to, how did we pronounce it? Urayuli. So the Urayuli in folklore is a monster that kind of seems to be peaceful. Maybe it didn't go after humans, it kind of just went after wildlife. And so we're using bits and pieces of that to create kind of our own version of it, where it's protecting this town and possibly being enslaved by the townsfolk. So now, we watch as Junye, you watch Cole and Braydan write as Junye and the coyote kind of navigate this town and its mysteries, and maybe come across another hunter that's already investigating. And on that note, I'm gonna go send for Cole. Hold on.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that because, well, one of us had to.
Oh my god,
Hey, he's
dude.
back!
They held me in a
Oh,
room
man.
for like ransom and stuff. I don't know what that was
Oh.
about.
Ransom? So, like, do I have to pay?
Oh, I paid it.
for
It's all
you?
good. They
Okay,
wanted
sweet,
$20.
'cause I was. Oh, $20? Jeez.
Yeah, no.
In this economy?
In this economy.
God. Crazy.
Indeed.
Okay, so now we're all caught up. I think in order to save my skin, we need to continue on this journey. So, literally the last beat
What,
in our
your
sheet
skin?
right now. Yeah, my skin.
What
Because
happened?
I'm gonna get blown up.
You're gonna get blown
Oh yeah,
up.
you didn't know.
No, yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
been here.
Jigsaw has planted 3 bombs in my room. So I need to. we need to
Holy
write,
shit, dude.
or
All
I
right,
get
all right.
blown up.
We
So
gotta, dude.
my life is in his hands, and also mine, technically.
Yeah,
So we need to move.
Yeah, don't put this all on me. All right, well then let's make some progress then. Let's do
Let's make
this.
some progress on this beat sheet. All right. Last we saw our characters, they've just encountered a Dover demon that was killed by our second monster hunter. So we meet this guy or girl, doesn't matter, but they seem to smile at Coyote. They have a pretty deep past, and we're gonna figure that out. So, Cole, do you have any suggestions for what should happen next?
Okay, hold.
Hold it.
Ignore that stitch. I think.
What
that-
stitch? I don't know what you're talking
Nah, there's no stitch.
about. Okay.
So we have our second monster hunter. I think we should probably get into kind of more about this monster hunter.
Yeah, I'm thinking that these 3 characters need to go into another location, like in the town, and have a chat of some sort.
Yeah.
Maybe
No. Let me say this. The relationship,
Okay.
I think, isn't like the worst in the world, but it's more like, I mean, I think everybody looks down on the coyote, but this guy isn't like brutally mean to him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, I see.
it's like more
yeah.
like a light bullying kind of thing, maybe.
Okay.
If anything, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a best friend though. I don't think the coyote has a best
The
friend.
coyote doesn't have a best friend?
I don't think so, because he was giving up on life. His only best friend is his dog, I think.
Yeah.
Which we need to figure out how to bring the dog back in. Maybe the
Maybe
dog
bring him
comes
at some
in.
point.
Maybe the dog comes in when they get to HQ, actually.
And I think we can maybe go back and add him, but let's worry about these 3 characters right now, and then we can.
See, I want to stall and see what happens when the bombs go off.
Oh, I really don't want to see what happens when the bombs go off. All right. Okay. Let's
all right.
start a new
bullet. For sure.
Bullet point.
I agree.
An important convo. I have an important convo here. We haven't named this new monster hunter yet.
That's
I know
correct.
how you feel about.
And you know what? I'm gonna even. Actually, no, because you already have a thing there.
I have a thing.
I'm having a stroke right now.
Hold your arms up. Hold your arms up. That's fine. That's close enough.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say they needed like a greeting of some sort, but you already have that. Because I don't know how to read, as we all know. I can write, but I cannot read. It's a very intense skill.
Important paradox.
Yeah. An important combo. My concern also, though, is we're gonna stray too far away from Xinye, which I know we do have to do that, but I want to just make sure we're both keeping that in the back of our minds that we're not gonna do that to an insane degree. But also, if we keep it in her perspective, we haven't left her side, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a great point to bring up. I think this is a great way to write from someone else's perspective about a conversation that 2 other characters are having. We should write this scene from Xinye's perspective, and this is an interesting dramatic thing. Is if you want to paint, if you have a very clear protagonist, but you have scenes that are more important to the side characters, that's fine, and you can have scenes play out from their perspectives. But there's an interesting. You can always write it with your main character in mind as they observe things around them. That's something to consider. In this scene, I believe we can definitely play it from her. Mm-hmm. We focus on her reactions to what they're saying, and I almost think it's like they're speaking in another language to her. Because they're talking about all these like Monster Hunter things, and maybe this is the first time we drop some of these Monster Hunter like lingos and styles of dialect, maybe. And Xinye is the audience is placed in Xinye's shoes of just being thrown into this kind of world and these types of characters and how they interact with each other. And I think it would be important for her to assert herself into this conversation at some point so that she still has agency and she's just not sitting and listening.
Ni hao.
If any of that makes any sense to you,
no,
which it should.
I'm actually, I found it funny that I like mentioned a problem and then like as I was talking about the problem, fixed it in my head. So you saw my entire thought process, and then you went on your tangent to explain what I had just done. So we're a good team.
Some people have to know what we're doing. Yeah. Okay, so running it from
her
Xinye's perspective to keep her involved in the story.
We need. This is about why this hunter's here, though. Like, I don't think it could be about anything else. Like, the coyote is kind of just like, what are you doing here?
I think this scene can serve 2 purposes. Actually, maybe 3. Number 1, we explain why the secondary monster hunter is in this town. Number 2, we move the plot along by bringing in this peaceful monster, perhaps. That's why he's here, to investigate or some other manners. Like, I remember in the last episode you suggested that perhaps they're trying to steal the say it.
Declaration of Independence?
No, the monster, the peaceful one. Say it.
Oh, the Yuli,
yeah.
Yeah.
You said in the last episode that maybe the Yuli has some of this special blood that they're trying to harvest. So maybe we can tap into some of that. So that kind of advances the plot along for our characters. It was a good idea. And
I didn't remember.
I mentioned there's going to be a third thing. There was a third thing that I brought up at the beginning of this tangent, and I don't remember what it is. So, but two purposes mainly for this scene. Let's keep that in mind.
Dose purpose.
Yes, those purposes. Where do you think this scene takes place? Let's give it a cool location. Stereotypically, I believe these kinds of conversations would be in the bar or a saloon. But maybe
that's what I was
it could
about
be
to
in
say.
a different place.
I was gonna say a saloon, but that is kind of stereotypical. We could go to like the general store. Like,
What
or,
do
like-
you think they'd be doing in the store?
shit, I don't know. Maybe Jeunie needs something to eat. Or the coyote. I mean, I don't know. They probably run out of supplies. They probably just need some shit. And so,
If
and maybe it's like the coyote is still dead set on kind of moving on, but this other hunter is like, no, I want to drag you into this, like mischievously almost. Maybe.
okay, my mind is working.
The cogs are turning.
My mind is doing things. I don't know if they're good things, but it's working. Here is what I'm thinking. I don't think I'm ever gonna fully get used to that. Just so, if we remember, Jeunie has been infected with monster blood, and she's just found out just a few, like, not even a day ago in the story world, but also just like not even 15 minutes ago in the movie, that she needs to find a cure or she's gonna be like Demi Moore in the substance, and it's gonna be real bad.
God. Oh, Jesus
Real bad.
Christ.
I'm saying real
What
bad.
the fuck?
But
No.
okay, well, calm down now. Calm down.
How dare
No.
you? I hated that movie.
Excuse me. Wow. Really?
Oh, dude. Well, it was my first body horror, and I wasn't ready
that's your
for it.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. You might want to take some babies. You should have taken some baby steps.
Yeah, well, nobody told me what it was, and my friend dragged me along. She's like, "Oh, it's like a rom-com," and I'm like, "Oh, that's great. That's really cool."
Don't worry. It's just like a comedy about an actress. It's nothing more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, bad things are going to happen if she just sits around.
And I believe
And
the
we're-
time limit is 3 days. We've given her 3 days. before
Time
she
limit
transforms.
is 3 days. Yes.
Yeah.
But
What?
Cole, you suggested that maybe this Yuri has blood that these monster hunters want to harvest.
Sure.
I think maybe Jeunie connects the dots. This is her first attempt at trying to find a cure. This monster has special blood. Can that help me? I need it.
Well, so we have to be careful, because the rules we have so far established, and we haven't picked the monster she got infected by yet.
Okay.
But she got infected because somehow monster blood got in, like she ingested that somehow. I don't think we got into specifics of that. That's probably when we write the script we'll get into that more, but
Yes.
I think we need to decide if she can utilize hunter abilities without being a hunter yet.
Okay.
So that's kind of the tricky thing is, in my mind, I think we can make her a hunter, but only towards the end to kind of, and like maybe that's the cure, is that instead of it turning her into a monster, she becomes a hunter so that the effects don't turn her into a monster. But I'm not against changing the rules because nothing's set in stone, because this is the beat sheet.
Yes.
C. Da.
Mm-hmm. We.
We. Man, I studied Japanese for like 160 days and I cannot remember what yes is. Okay. But yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here's my counterpoint.
Hi.
Junya does not know any of these rules.
Sorry, I just thought about it. It's hi. Hi.
Yep.
H-A-I. Alright, go ahead.
Hi. Okay.
Hi.
Junya doesn't know any. Junya doesn't know any of these rules. I think perhaps she tries to take some initiative here, and maybe veers off course. Maybe puts the town in a pickle. Maybe puts the monster hunter, the secondary monster hunter, in a pickle, and by extension, the coyote gets in a pickle by her trying to do something that is not a part of anyone's plan and is probably, well, is definitely not going to be beneficial to anyone involved. And it's not necessarily a stupid move, because in horror movies, stupid moves happen all the time. This isn't necessarily a stupid move on her part, I don't think.
It's not stupid necessarily, because if we the audience are taking this ride with her, we don't necessarily know how all of this shit works either, and we saw the coyote kind of ingest blood with the needle thing, with his EpiPen.
Yes.
So I'm not actually against this. We do have to decide if she's successful in this endeavor and what it will do to her if she is successful.
All right, let's then get into this conversation.
That's a good idea.
And
let's
maybe
start there.
Working out the details of what this secondary monster hunter says to the coyote. Junya formulates a plan, and she slips out of the conversation to go do said thing.
Okay, where did we decide they were at? Because I have a line forming in my head. No, I've just done a thing. That's fine. All right. Oh, they're out. They're western Texas.
Yeah, they're
so
in Texas, western.
Maybe it's something along the lines of the coyote is like, "What are you doing this far out west?" Maybe this is like strange for them to be this far out west, for hunters to be this far.
Maybe this other character is like the serpent, the rattler, the hawk.
Damn, what the fuck happened?
It's
holy shit. Sorry, go ahead. My hair did a thing. Okay.
I'm trying to. This guy has to have a name, or it's gonna bother me so much.
See, audience, if you remember in my solo sessions, I on purpose didn't name people because I knew it would bother him.
It did bother me. I hope you know, because I did watch those episodes, and it did bother me to no end.
You know what's bothering me is this flare, but I can't do anything.
Oh, the sun in your window.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, then. What is this guy's personality? Do you imagine? Because that's what.
Well, if he's like a bully type guy.
Well, I don't think he's a bully to everybody. I think he's just kind of everybody's like different variations of mean to the coyote. But this guy is maybe if they have a history, this is the closest thing to a friend the coyote has. If that makes sense.
Okay. And then let me ask a question.
Ask a question.
Where does this specific character, play into the rest of the story? Does he come back when they get to HQ, and is he a part of these, like, because what I'm hoping and thinking should happen is that this character we meet now is one of the ringleaders of the antagonistic movement within the monster hunting cult that comes back later as a major villain when the monster hunters come back in the third act.
I don't think he can be a super higher up, though. I think he's definitely our main antagonist for sure.
Yeah.
But I think, yes, the coyote's gonna transition to the wolf by the end of this, but he's not gonna like take this huge leap where he's better than like some of the higher ups in the hunter cult. So
no, for sure.
I think it's like maybe it's like a like he's like a sergeant, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Maybe something like that. He's not. He's like
Yeah.
He can lead some like groups of hunters if he needed to, but he's not like the top dog.
Okay.
He gets an assignment, he goes to do it. Sometimes he gets a group of people, sometimes he doesn't. I don't know. That's what I have in my mind.
Okay. So
of course.
if
Okay.
I'm thinking.
I've had a thought. Do you want to go first?
No, please. By all means, go first.
What if he's the wolf?
I did think that.
Okay. Okay. It's thought.
Coyote kills this wolf. He inhabits the mantle, the wolf, and he commits to doing better. But if this character is the wolf, okay, and maybe here's my quick pitch.
Mm-hmm.
The wolf is like the coyote's big brother. He's the closest thing that the coyote has to a friend. The wolf kind of just pities him, messes around with him, kind of gives him hell, but he's usually doing things with the coyote's interests in his mind. It's bullying, but he's not like an outright douche to the coyote. Not until we realize that the wolf is one of the major forces in this villainous subset of the cult that is trying to do their evil things. And we reveal his true intentions and his true personality, which is bad.
So, I like everything you've said. There is one thing.
Where's the butt? Where's the butt?
There's one thing.
Where's the butt?
The coyote just tried to go on a suicide mission, like just find a good death. And it's like, if the wolf has this dude's interests in his mind,
Okay.
there might be a thing there, but
But
I don't know what I'm thinking now. I'm thinking of like, because I've also thought of like he could like comment on that, where it's like he acted like he didn't care, but maybe he's like, oh wow, your suicide attempt failed, and that also tells Jun-Ye what the coyote was doing, and it tells the audience what the coyote was doing. It tells us his state of mind in one quick statement.
yes. Mm-hmm.
I like that to open this conversation personally, but if you have another...
Yeah. No. I think this is,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure that we put this down. We're gonna name him, he's the wolf. Ha-ha.
Okay.
Okay, so... Wolf, Coyote, and Jun-Ye. Did we say general store? I think we said general store.
That's what I said. You don't have to agree with me.
Trying to think of dramatically where.
Well, I
This
think
would-
Jun-Ye can slip out of a general store more easily than if they sat at at a table in a saloon, personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe they go into the general store in order to mask their conversation. So like the bustle of the regular folk kind of like is awash over this conversation. So they enter the general store, mosey around aisles.
Yes.
Wolf. He says something along the lines of, well, your suicide mission failed yet again. Huh. But he says it like... Okay. It's really hard to come up with a banger line on the spot while the cameras are rolling.
I think it's a temp line. I think we just need to write it down And then when we do the actual, because I think I put temporary dialogue up top that we're not going to use, and we'll just change it when we write it.
Junye's ears perk up. She's learning more about the coyote.
Whoa.
Whoa! It's
And
like
then steam
conversations
flies out of her
with
ears,
real.
and she turns red, and I don't know. A train whistle hits heard from her brain juices. I don't know.
Ooh.
And I think Coyote brushes it off. He's just like, all right, what do you want? What are you doing here?
Yeah. Coyote gets to the point. But Wolf is unwilling to let it go. Playful, adjacent, ribbing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like like a typical big brother would do after
Yes!
So now we kind of have to allude to why the wolf is quote unquote here.
Yeah.
What he can tell the coyote without revealing his super evil shit.
I think telling the truth, but there's got to be a spin on it that makes it make sense.
I'm here because this Yuri is acting peacefully, which is not what monsters usually do. Something is definitely awry, or this monster is special and I need to figure out why.
Wait, you know what?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
You're joking. It happened again.
I didn't say anything. I'm not joking. I've never joked in my entire life.
It happened again.
It happened again.
It happened again.
It happened again.
And I charged it so much. I charged it too much, and it died. Anyways, let's get back to the story.
It keeps it keeps our audience on our toes, or on their toes. It keeps me on my toes. Too.
I don't want to be on my toes. I want to be on my feet. It's more comfortable.
I'm
just
cutting
standing
off my
barefoot.
toes.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
So I know what to do.
Exciting. Tell me, please. Tell me.
I think.
What do we do?
Yuri are gearing up to attack the village. Not because they're evil, but because we're following your idea of they're being abused and they're getting sick of it.
Okay.
So, but I think that the hunters, whether or not they know that that's the case, they have to know. That makes them evil. But, I mean, we're not going to reveal that they know. They know that they're gearing to attack, and they most likely know the motivation behind it, but they're going to use this to their advantage to harvest blood. So I think the mission is to kill the chief to scare the rest of the Yuri to just obey the town.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That is mission objective. Do you understand, soldier?
Sir, yes, sir.
At ease. I don't respect you enough to salute back. Private.
Seriously?
That's right,
Okay.
private parts.
This is episode 23, and you don't respect me enough to salute back.
Just in this bit.
It's really saying something.
I'm
Alright.
gonna bench myself from words for a little bit. Go ahead.
Bench yourself from words. All right, cool. So, what you're saying is that the wolf is presenting these benevolent missions of we're saving this monster from, or, okay.
Oh shit!
What?
I just benched myself from words and I'm talking.
You bench yourself from words and you are talking.
Yeah.
I will allow you to
Standing from the
again
bench.
say-
Thank you, sir.
stand from the bench.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I was saying that they're technically preventing the monsters from attacking the town, even though the monsters are in their right to attack the town because they're being abused by the town. That's what I'm saying. So they're protecting the town technically from monsters. But they're just, they're not siding with the right people.
Mhm.
I think there's like a leader of the monsters that's kind of encouraging this idea, and so the mission objective is to kill the leader to discourage the rest of them to go through with this plan, and they'll just keep the cycle of abuse and enslavement going. Because your idea was that the monsters were enslaved by the town.
Yes.
I am now out of coffee and have swallowed a PVC pipe.
Oh, nice.
I just pulled it out. Okay. But yeah, do you see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Okay.
Thinking.
We see a wild Braydan thinking about what to do next. Does he like Cole's idea enough to do it? Or does he have an idea of his own? Time will tell as we watch him stroke his magnificent facial hair. Here comes his mating call.
That's my idea thinking sound.
Idea thinking sound. He makes that call to mate with an idea, hopefully soon, because the runtime is already 40
We're
minutes.
getting close to. Oh no! Okay, we gotta move.
Let me ask you
Okay.
this. Okay, no, you have it.
Go for it.
Well,
No,
I was
go
gonna,
for it.
I was just gonna ask what, because you're thinking about a different idea because you're not sold on mine. So what do you not like about my idea?
Exactly that I'm not sold on it. It's
There's nothing wrong with not being sold on it. I'm totally,
I am wanting this moment to reveal a bit more about the world. And I want this to reveal some of how the monster hunters interact with the public and with monsters in other locations. And what they believe their role is in society. If they come across a peaceful monster, which maybe there's not many of them in this world, at least in the area, I can't imagine that every town has a peaceful monster.
Mhm.
So, what are they doing? I mean, if these are monster hunters and they're consistently seeking out monsters in the wild and hunting them, and as an audience, we've seen for the first time a monster that is peacefully inhabiting within a town and congregating with a town folk. What is a monster hunter to do in this scenario? What are they bred to react? Is it more like all monsters should be killed? Is it more like the wolf is like of the mindset like all monsters need to be killed, so I'm here to kill this monster? Coyote is the nature lover that he is. He's like, well, this monster is peaceful. We need to let it go. The wolf is like, no, we need to kill this monster. You just have to trust me, knowing that these people perhaps enslave / abuse this monster in order to cooperate. Coyote does not know this. Jeonye is so more like trying to save her own blood.
Yeah. I think the wolf, I don't think the hunters are smart. I don't think they go after a powerful monster. This is a big monster, and it's not just one.
Mhm.
It's like a whole tribe of them in my mind. They aren't going to go after these guys without having a reason to. And I think that their blood does something that gives the hunters an ability that we haven't come up with quite yet that makes this plan worth it. But the wolf knows the coyote, so he's putting the spin on it that unprovoked these monsters are about to attack this town because of maybe it's a new like chief of this monster tribe or whatever who seems more violent and aggressive, when in reality a monster I have to look at the word before I say it.
Yeah, look at it.
The Urayuli, maybe one of them rose up and is just like, you know what, enough is enough. We need to take care of this so that our tribe can live in peace as we have for however long they've been around.
Mm-hmm.
So,
my thought is that there's only one Urayuli in this town. There's others around, but like I think in this immediate vicinity, there's just the one. I don't think that this town has got more than one of these folks in their town limits.
I think we're imagining this town set up very differently.
How big do you think this town is?
No, the town is tiny as hell. But I don't think the monsters live in town. I think they live in like a nearby woods that's like small, and then they come into the town. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 in town at a time, but they're all off doing monster things. And then there's 2 or 3 in town at a time that's being enslaved and doing their bidding, and they're always just like swapping out. That's how I imagined it.
Okay, I imagine it was just like they had the one that they had captured in the wilderness somewhere and had tortured it into staying within the confines, almost like Pavlov, this monster, to stay and protect. And it's like just the one right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of almost like the Native Americans, where it's like they've been tricked into the colony. Quick history lesson with Cole.
Yeah, let's go for it.
And this, don't quote me, so because it may not be entirely accurate, but I know it's mostly accurate. Back in the day, the Americans, or I guess the British, the people that first came to the Americas, used English written documents to force Native Americans off of their land. Which the Native Americans a lot of times didn't have a choice because outdated technology or whatever the reason. Maybe their tribe got sick because, you know, us whites spread sickness a lot to those tribes. So there's a lot of manipulation and there was a lot of broken promises, and so I'm wondering if we kind of do a thing where we replace... Oh, that sounds bad. But we replace Native Americans with these peaceful, really super nice monsters. That sounds bad. I don't mean for that to sound like that, but
we're shining these innocent creatures of nature.
That's what. Yes,
these pure beings with pure souls.
These Urayuli,
uncorruptible.
Yes.
These Urayuli in the same role.
Yeah.
And that these colonizing townsfolk as the villains in the scenario.
Yeah, they're probably not colonists, but they're just taking advantage of the monsters, abusing them, and forcing them kind of to do their bidding behind the scenes, while on the outside it kind of just looks like, you know, maybe there's like an artifact of some sort that the monsters worship that can give power. Maybe it's like a cool thing that the coyote can use when they kind of do this misdeed that they aren't aware is a misdeed. Or we loop it all the way back around to your idea and bring it down to just one monster.
Jesus, a lot to think about. We keep saying new things,
I know.
and folks at home, we're coming up with all of this as we record on the spot. We're not really talking about this movie outside of recording, just so we all have the benefit of recording these moments in real time, and you can literally see how the writing process works without much editing within these conversations.
Yep.
The bad part about that is that we're having to consider things in real time, and it's not like we're gonna come up with all the answers in the same episode, because that's just how thinking works sometimes.
Yep. The only time we've literally talked off screen is just to develop character background. Like that's literally it. That's
pretty much it.
So, but clearly, audience, as you're seeing, we developed two very different images as to what this town looks like. And so,
yes.
What is happening is we're both dealing with the reality of possibly killing a baby.
We have to consider killing one of our babies.
I like both of them, to be clear. Here's why I like mine. I think this is a rare species of monster that can't necessarily survive in the other areas. They've kind of all migrated to this one location. And they're trying to just kind of... Man, it's a really good metaphor for the Native Americans. It's like a really, like...
Yeah.
That's what I've created here, is a really amazing metaphor for... Well, it's not even just Native Americans. It's like other indigenous people, I'm sure, that I...
No, I like it. I like it. It's... We're just gonna have to kill a baby today, and it's okay, because it's
Are
mine.
you sure? Do you want to fight for your baby first? You let me fight for mine. I'm willing to listen to your...
I'll just throw him off. I'll just throw him off the cliff. He's fine. He'll live. I mean, no, he won't, because that's what we're doing, but... I really do hope one day that my future child watches this episode and knows that I love them very much and would never cast them aside. But when it's an idea baby, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Sometimes you just gotta give them the idea
you
of middle
promised
finger.
that baby everything.
I did. It's okay.
Well, I mean,
it's
do you see flaws with mine though? Because there could be flaws. I mean, there probably are. There's flaws with every idea. So I mean, is there anything you want to change with mine? I feel bad that I've killed your baby.
Okay,
even though I shouldn't, because you killed my baby, which is arguably bigger.
I've killed many of your babies. And it's fine. Let's backtrack on this. Let's backtrack on this thinking a little bit. And I think what I want to know right now is, did these town folk kind of just like Oregon Trail come through and then notice these monsters, and then we're just like, let's build a city around this area and use these monsters to our benefit? Or how did they come into contact? I think that kind of context will help me figure out what we do next in the story.
That's tough, because that's getting into how all of the monsters kind of got to where they're at in the first place.
Right.
And so the answer to that is I don't know. But
we don't know yet.
I think it's a situation where the Yuri were backed into a corner. Maybe it was maybe they were in the swamp at one point, and maybe there was like a fight between two species, and they've been pushed over to the west. Maybe the hunters pushed them further to the west because they didn't understand at the time that they were peaceful. And then maybe this was like before the hunters were evil or whatever. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm spitballing a little bit here. So maybe it's one of those things where it's like they've been just kind of forced around by different situations, and now they're kind of stuck with this town that provides for them. But
okay, here's my new pitch, or I keep saying pitch. I mean, well, we're in the writer's room. This is like movie stuff. We could say pitch. What if it is like the situation where these Yuri keep migrating west, or from whatever direction that they keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed by different forces, and they end up in this place where maybe it is like an Oregon Trail situation where these townfolk like decide to set up a spot right here, and oh look, there's Yuri out in those forests right over there. Let's use that. Or they're just like they're already there, and the Yuri like wander up and find vegetation that they can feast on in the forest. And these townspeople basically make them into cows. Like they build a fence around where all these Yuri are frolicking, and that's where they spend most of their days. The ones that are not being used, and the townspeople can like go in there and check on their flock of Yuri, and which like the ones that maybe there's a couple of them that actually inhabit the town, and this like gated pasture is just like a couple clicks away, where like the majority of this one herd of Yuri spend their time. But a couple of them are actually in the town acting as the good boys.
Okay.
And the good girls.
Well, yeah, that's my thought. And maybe there's like a swapping system that we can get into or whatever.
Yeah. Or like whenever they breed a new successor and like they've reached adulthood, and they like the old ones get put away and like taken to pasture with the gun, and the new ones come in.
Maybe.
And
something.
so it's not. Yeah. So I think we kind of added another layer perhaps to this metaphor, where it's not only about people in power mistreating those with none or too little power in a situation, but I think it's also a little bit about the food complex and the commercialization of food products, and how these chickens and cows are just like overbred and have no space to operate.
You're also
maybe
adding
this like
a layer of slavery too. So there's
I
there's
didn't
Native
want to say
Americans,
it, but
slavery, and the food industry sucks. We have three
everything
crazy metaphors. In
everything sucks is the messaging.
Calm down. We have three things that absolutely suck. There's more to life than three things. Let's calm down.
I just said everything sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the idea, and maybe this like their pasture like off in the who knows it is like super cramped, and there's just like not a lot of space. But the coyote, and maybe the wolf probably knows, but the coyote's definitely never seen. Probably because I feel like if he has seen these things up front and personal, that he would not be okay with it, and he would have already tried to act against these townspeople.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where it's like he knows to an extent. Like maybe he knows like there's like a Yuri in this barn, but it's like maybe he's like, oh, the town doesn't have a choice. Like they're not able to build these insane structures. They're not a big town. They're just having to make do.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things where he's in like denial in a sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe it's like a thing where like most people think of like free range chickens as just like being able to like there's just a few of them wandering in a big pasture, but in reality there's just like chickens on top of chickens in a barn, and they just have a little bit of room that to consider to get the free range moniker. I think it's like he doesn't know the extent of how these animals or these monsters are mistreated. And so he also I like the idea of that he's just like, well, they have to, or it's just if that's just how the world works and I can't get too mad about it until he finds out like how bad it really, really is. Okay, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
I killed my baby for a good reason. So we're cool. We're cool on this path. Yeah.
Sick.
What time are we at? What time are we at? How much is...
We have about 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
4 minutes.
So I don't know if we were going to be able to write right now. But
well, here's what I'm gonna say we do.
Yes, tell me.
I'm gonna do this. Nope. Braydan, make another bullet point. That's this. Make me one of these.
Okay.
I need one of these below that. Okay.
Go.
So, unnamed town.
Unnamed town.
Unnamed town. Enslaves monster. No, not monsters.
Yuli. Let's be specific.
Tribe that lives in a nearby woods. I'm gonna say woods because I think that's like lore wise. That's
Yeah,
what
we'll
they are.
go with that.
A couple of them live in town. The whole tribe is being manipulated, abused, etc. By the town. This is messy as hell, but I'm just so that we write down what we've talked about before we end here. Let's see. The ones that live in town are treated more like cattle. The new chief. I'm gonna write this. Do you agree with my idea of the chief is like, all right, we're done with this. We're gonna go through.
The chief of the leader of the monsters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like, there's like a monster that's in charge of all the other monsters, and he has the sentience to be like, animal farm this.
I think
bitch,
they're all
we're done.
sentient, but they're being manipulated. But then one of them kind of breaks free from the manipulation, and it's kind of like a Planet of the Apes kind of thing.
What would you say their intelligence level is? Are they like as smart as a bird, like a raven, or like a dog?
They're not. Yeah, probably. They're not quite to like human. They're not like super animalistic. I don't think. They are animals, but like almost like cavemen, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But like, because the mission for the wolf is to kill the chief to discourage the rest of the tribe from attacking, but the hunter's reason is to gather the blood from this chief, which they just want any of their bloods, but they're gonna use this as their excuse. The new chief is threatening the town, so, and then we can just build and change this next time.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. We're making progress. It's slow but steady, but we're continuing to move forward on
Hold on.
Let me do the YouTuber stuff before you do what I think you're gonna do.
It's too late.
Oh no. Hey, Jigsaw. Before we talk about my situation, can you just tell the audience to maybe like and subscribe to the video?
I just want to let you know that you made enough progress. You didn't write all of it down, but you made enough progress that you get to live. You have passed the test.
Thank you, Jigsaw. Thank you
I
so
want to
much.
make sure that everybody, and I mean fucking everybody, likes.
You hear that, right? You hear that?
And subscribes and leaves a comment about what your favorite layer of hell is and why.
Yeah. Mine's number 4, sir. Mine's number 4.
I'm glad you like it. I worked hard on it. I'm just Satan now.
Oh, okay.
Also, I've been told to ask you to comment any ideas you may have for sketches for this feature film.
That'd be very helpful for us. Thank you, Satan.
And be sure to subscribe, because if you're searching for these videos often, you can just subscribe. It'll appear on your homepage on YouTube. And
Whatever you're saying.
Make sure the notifications are on and all that stuff. So this is very, very important.
Cole?
Hey, how's it going?
Cole, you sound a lot like Jigsaw Satan. Are you okay?
I'm Satan. It is I. No! The twist.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back the next time that we'll be back Saturday, because this one goes Wednesday. Thank you so much. Thank you, Satan Jigsaw. Everyone says thank you to Satan Jigsaw. All right, bye.
Bye.